कारणमुच्यते
शमः कारणमुच्यते
यदा हीनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्जते
सर्वसंकल्पसन्न्यासी
योगारूढस्तदोच्यते
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत्
आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुर् आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत् जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थद्वेष्यबन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितन्नातिनीचै चैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम् तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्यात् योगमात्मविशुद्धये समङ्काय शिरोग्रीवन् धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वन् दिशश्चानवलोकयन् प्रशान्तात्मा
प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभिर्
ब्रह्मचारी व्रते स्थितः
ब्रह्मचारी व्रते स्थितः
मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तो
मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तो
युक्त आसीत मत्परः
युक्त आसीत मत्परः
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
योगी नियतमानसः
योगी नियतमानसः
शान्तिं निर्वाण परमां
शान्तिर्निर्वाण परमां
मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति
मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति
नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति
नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति
न चैकान्तमनश्नतः
न चैकान्तमनश्नतः
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य
न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य
जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन
जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन
युक्ताहारविहारस्य
युक्ताहारविहारस्य
युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु
युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु
युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य
युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य
योगो भवति दुःखः
योगो भवति दुःखः
यदा विनियतं चित्तम्
यदा विनियते चित्तम्
आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते
आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते
निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यो
निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यो
युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा
युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा
यथा दीपो निवातस्थो
यथा दीपो निवातस्थो
नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता
नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता
योगिनो यत चित्तस्य
योगिनो यत चित्तस्य
युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः
युञ्जतो योगमात्मनः
यत्रो परमते चित्तन्
यत्रो परमते चित्तन्
निरुद्धं योगसेवया
निरुद्धं योगसेवया
यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं
यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं
पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति
पश्यन्नात्मनि तुष्यति
सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तद्
सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तत्
बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम्
बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियम्
वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं
वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं
स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः
स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः
यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं
यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं
मन्यते नाधिकं ततः
मन्यते नाधिकं ततः
यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन
यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन
गुरुणापि विचाल्यते
गुरुणापि विचाल्यते
तं विद्यात् दुःखसंयोग
तं विद्यात् दुःखसंयोग
वियोगं योगसंज्ञितम्
वियोगं योगसंज्ञितं
स निश्चयेन योक्तव्यो
सनिश्चयेन योक्तव्यो
योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा
योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा
सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामांस्
सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामांस्
त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामम्
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं
विनियम्य समन्ततः
विनियम्य समन्ततः
शनैः शनैरुपरमेद्
शनैः शनैरुपरमेत्
बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा
न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
यतो यतो निश्चरति
यतो यतो निश्चरति
मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
ततस्ततो नियम्यैतद्
ततस्ततो नियम्यैतद्
आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत्
आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत्
प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनं
प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनं
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
उपैति शान्तरजसम्
उपैति शान्तरजसं
ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा
सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र
यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र
सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
सर्वं च मयि पश्यति
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि
तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि
स च मे न प्रणश्यति
स च मे न प्रणश्यति
सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां
सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां
भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः
भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि
सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि
स योगी मयि वर्तते
स योगी मयि वर्तते
आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र
आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र
समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन
समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन
सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं
सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं
स योगी परमो मतः
स योगी परमो मतः
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः
योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः
साम्येन मधुसूदन
साम्येन मधुसूदन
एतस्याहं न पश्यामि
एतस्याहं न पश्यामि
चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्
चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्
चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण
चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण
प्रमाथि बलवद्दृढम्
प्रमाथि बलवद्दृढम्
तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये
तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये
वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्
वायोरिव सुदुष्करम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
असंशयं महाबाहो
असंशयं महाबाहो
मनो दुर्निग्रहञ्चलम्
मनो दुर्निग्रहञ्चलम्
अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय
अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय
वैराग्येण च गृह्यते
वैराग्येण च गृह्यते
असंयतात्मना योगो
असंयतात्मना योगो
दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः
दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः
वश्यात्मना तु यतता
वश्यात्मना तु यतता
शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः
शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
अयति श्रद्धयोपेतो
अयति श्रद्धयोपेतो
योगाच्चलितमानसः
योगाच्चलितमानसः
अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिम्
अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं
कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति
कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति
कच्चिन्नो भयविभ्रष्टः
कच्चिन्नो
छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति
छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति
अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो
अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो
विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पथि
विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पथि
एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण
एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण
छेत्तुमर्हस्य
Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. A very warm welcome to the session today. Today we'll be discussing the 6th chapter. Start with the slideshow. Everybody, please be ready with your PDFs and pen or pencil, something to mark on it. Okay, Chali, let's begin with the Prarthana. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna. Let's start. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gītā Atha Shashthodhyaya. Here Shashtho Charan should come and not ta. And when you give an aghat on sha, there is an aghat of shatkon sha again. Shashthodhyaya. Next screen, please. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Anashrita Karma Phalam Anashrita now will be dirgha, a very long sound, and then it will have an aghat of sh. Anashrita Karma Phalam Karyam Karma Karoti Yaha Sasanyasi Cha Yogi Cha Sasanyasi cha yogi cha. Sanyasi, the word sanyasi is sanyas, double na there. You have to remember that. Nane ragnirna chakriyaha. In this 4th charan, nane ragnirna chakriyaha. There is only one long sound, that is cha. Rest everything has to be short. This one common mistake happens here. You have to be careful with that. Give an aghat of g on ra. Next slok, please. Yam sanyasamiti prahur. Now here you see, there in sanyasa, ya is the only long sound. Miti, you have to ensure that that is kept short. Yam sanyasamiti prahur yogantam vidhi pandava. Vidhi, we will have a short aghat of the. Now here vidhi. Vidhi, the is half and the is full with a e sound. So vidhi. Pandava, complete the long sound of pa and then give a mild aghat of na. Pandava. Nahyasanyasta sankalpo. Nahyasanyasta. When we are saying this word half her and here, the sound of her should come from within, right from the tummy, that sound of her should come, and it is joined with ya. Yasanyasta. Nayasanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Ka has aghat of sha. Kaschana. Very easy. Next slope, please. Arurukshor muner yogam. Now arurukshor, both the ru sounds are short. Ru. Okay, and the second ru will have a mild aghat of ka. Because kshatriya ksha, it consists of ka, half ka, and full shatkonsha. Arurukshor muner yogam karma karana muchyate. Here, one common mistake that happens when half cha is combined with full ya. Muchyate, sound comes like muchyate sometimes. Double cha sound comes. You have to watch your own uchcharan for that. Karma karana muchyate yogarudhasya. Here ru is a long sound. Yogarudhasya tasyaiva shamah karana muchyate. Next shloka. Yada hi nendriyartheshu. Ne is a long sound. Complete the long sound and then half ni followed by the, and there is a full ra there. Nendriyartheshu na karma svanu shajjate. Shatkonsha followed by double ja. Shajjate and not shajjate. Shajjate is wrong. It's shajjate. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. See, here is a long sound, the ending C. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi yoga rudhastadochyate. Tadochyate, again dochyate. Next slope, please. If anybody has any doubts, you can post them on the chat window. Okay. Uddharedatmanatmanan. Uddharedatmanatmanan. Natmanam avasadayet. Now here it is very tricky. Uddharedatmanatmanan. Natmanam avasadayet. Here na and ma sound should come complete. They should not be half. You have to take, you have to be very conscious of that. Natmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva yatmano bandhar. Atmaiva. A will have a aghat of the. Since the aghat is on a long sound, the aghat is very subtle. It's very mild. Atmaiva yatmano bandhar. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Here re is short sound. Ripuratmanaha. Next slope, please. Bandhuratmatmanastasya. Now this entire charan is one word. So sometimes people find it a little tricky how you have to say it. Bandhuratmatmanastasya. Only two sounds are long. Ra and ma. And dhu is a short sound. You maintain the aghats, and the aghats on the long sounds will be very subtle. Keep that in mind and then break it. Bandhuratmatmanastasya. Bandhuratmatmanastasya. Yenatmaivatmana jitaha. Here G is a short sound. Jitaha. Anatmanastu shatrutve. Vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Here last the should be half. Next. Jitatmanah prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshna sukha dukkheshu Here, dukkeshu, there is a visarga after tu. After, for that visarga, you just have to give a prashvas. That is, you have to breathe out after saying du. Dukkeshu. Tatha manapamanayoho. Very easy shloka. Next, please. Jnana vijnana triptatma. Now, aghat on V. It's a very prominent aghat because it is coming on a short sound. Depending on your pronunciation of how you're saying jnya, jnya or jnya, according to that, that aghat will come. Jnana vijnana triptatma. Utastho vijitendriyaha. Ta will have a aghat of half sa. Yukta ityachyate yogi. Yukta, you will have a aghat of or stress of ka. Then ityachyate. Here you see there are 2 years which both years are complete. So they have to, the ucharan should come complete. Ityachyate. Ityachyate. Yogi samaloshashma kanchanaha. Kanchanaha. Don't twist the ya too much. Kanchanaha. Some people will make it very complicated. It's very subtle. Kanchanaha. Next shloka, please. Sarhan mitraryudasina. Now this here, the second letter, Surhan, ha has a Rishi's Ru matra. That's why there is no aghat on Su. Surhan Ru, however, will have a mild aghat of Na. Sarhan mitraryudasina. The last Na should be complete. Madhyastha dveshya bandhushu. Now in this entire charan, only dveshya. Dve is a long sound. Dve is long. So how are you going to say this? Madhyastha dveshya. Dve will be long. Bandhushu. Du and shu should be short. Madhyastha dveshya bandhushu. Shatkonsha. Sadhushvapi cha papeshu. See, in both charan, second and third charan, shatkonsha is used. So here everywhere that difference between shatkonsha and shalgam ka sha, it should be very prominent. Sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhir vishishyate. Shishyate. Both should sound separate. Next look, please. Yogi yunjita satatam. Here ma is half. If you are you'll break it here, so that ma has to be half and not a complete ma. Yogi yunjita satatam. All 3 thas in this charan should be complete. Atmanam rahasisthitaha. Rahasisthitaha. See, has a stress of half sa. Dith of sa. Now some people are used to saying isthita. Wherever that half sa, the word starts with half sa, people find it difficult and they end up saying it like isthita. That it is wrong. That's now how we should be saying it. Rahasisthitaha. Atmanam rahasisthitaha. Ekakiyata chittatma. How many thas there? Chit. Tatma. 3 thas there, out of which 2 are half chit. Ta, then complete ta and followed by half ta. Ekakiyata chittatma. Dirashira parigraha. Re will have a mild stress. Ga parigraha. Next row, please. Shuchau deshe pratisthapya. Shuchau deshe. Shev is a long sound. Complete the long sound and then give a subtle aghat of pa. Pratisthapya. Sthiramasanamaatmanaha. Sthiramasanamaatmanaha. Natyachritan. Here you should know which are the which letters are half and which letters are full. Natyu. Then na, you should complete the long sound and then give a subtle aghat of the. Natyachritan. Tyu is followed by half cha, then half cha and full ra. Tyachritan. Natyachritan natini chay. Chailajana Kushottanam. Next look, please. Tatraikagram manah kritva. Again, tatraikagram manah. Here, the visarga, you just have to breathe out, and that uchcharan of mild ka will come on its own. Manah kritva yata chittendriya kriyaha. Yata chittendriya kriyaha. Here has a mild stress of ka. Upavishyasane yunjat. Upavishya, we will have a mild stress of sha. Vishyasane, vishya, not visha. This uchcharan comes wrong sometimes. Yunjat, the is half. Yogamatma vishuddhayeshu has a stress of the shuddhaye. Next look. Samankaya shiro grivan. Samang anuswar is pronounced like nga. Kaya shiro grivan. Ro, complete the long ro sound and then give a mild subtle aghat of ga. Dharayanna chalam sthiraha. Samprekshya. Pre and then followed by half ka shatkon sha. Kshya. So Kshya prekshya nasikagram svam. Samprekshya nasikagram svam. Dishascha navalokayan. Next look. If there are any doubts you have, please message on the chat window. Next look, please. Prashantatma vigatabhir. Again, this here you see this charan is ending with a long sound. So this bhi has to be long and subtle r, half r sound. The visarga will be pronounced like half r. Prashantatma vigatabhir brahmachari vrate sthitaha. Brahmachari vrate sthitaha. Ri has a subtle aghat of va. Rivrate sthitaha. Te, complete the long sound, then give a subtle aghat of sa. Manasayam yamachitto. The anuswar, the dot on sa will be pronounced like ya. Nasal ya sound. Sayam ya. Manasayam yamachitto. Yukta asita matparaha. Next look, please. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Yunjannevam. Yunja. You has a aghat here. Ya is used as a normal consonant. So it has a very nice, nasal sound it will have. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Yogi niyatamanasah. Shantin nirvana paramam. Matsamstha madhigacchati. Here, matsamstha. So, dot on sa will be pronounced like a nasal va sound here. Anunasik va. Samstha. Matsamstha madhigacchati. It's very important here that this ma comes complete. Ma sound should be complete. Otherwise, the meaning changes. Not matsamstham dhigacchati. That's wrong. Matsamstha madhigacchati. Ka has a aghat of cha. Natyashnatastu yogosti nachaikantamanashnataha. Now here, both the charans, the word shna, sha, half, sha shalgam ka sha is half and na is complete. Natyashnatastu, both here in the first charan, ya has a aghat of sha. In the second charan, the na will have a aghat of sha. Natyashnatastu yogosti nachaikantamanashnataha. Nachati swapnashilasya jagrato naiva charjuna. The last na should be complete. Next look, please. Yuktahara viharasya. Very easy. Ra will have a stress of sa. You will have a stress of ka. Yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Here, che, complete the long sound and then the aghat will be of shatkon sha. You have to be careful there. Yukta, third charan. Yukta swapnavabodhasya. Yukta swapnava. You has a stress of ka, ta has a stress of sa. You all already know this. It's a very easy shloka. Va has a stress of pa. Here, pa is half and na is complete. Swapnava. Bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Next shloka, please. Yada viniyatam chittam. Yada viniyatam chittam. No aghat there, very easy charan. Atmanyevavatisthate. One common mistake that happens in this charan is this vanye, sometimes the pronunciation ends up coming like vane. That should not happen. You have to be careful with that. Atmanyevavatisthate. Nisprahas sarvakamebhyo. Two visarga in this charan. Both will be pronounced like half sa, mild sa sound. Nisprahas sarvakamebhyo. Here on me there is a aghat of bha, which will sound like ba. I hope everybody is aware of this rule. When the fourth letter of a particular class, pa, fa, ba, bha. Bha is the fourth letter. The aghat will sound mildly like the third letter. Ba. It happens naturally, and hence that is the rule. It's a very subtle ucharan. It comes automatically. Sarvakamebhyo. Bhyo is a long sound. Bhyo will be long. Nisprahas sarvakamebhyo yukta ityuchyate tada. Next shloka, please. Yatha deepo nivatastho. Very easy shloka. The will have a stress of sa. Yatha deepo nivatastho nengate sopama smrita. Nengate. In this charan, the stress, both the aghats are coming on long sounds. So the aghat will be very subtle. Nengate. Ne has a long sound, but aghat will be of nga. Ka, kha, ga, ghanga, the nasal consonant of the ka varga. Nengate sopama smrita. Complete the long ma sound and then give a stress of sa. Yogino yata chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha. Next shloka, please. Yatro paramate chittan niruddham yoga sevaya. Niruddham, here ru is a short sound and it will have a stress of the niruddham. Yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. Here pashyannatmani, na is a long sound, double na sound. Pashyannatmani. That's how you should break it. Ni has to be short. This is a very common mistake again. This ni comes long. You have to be careful with that. Tushyati. Shatponsha agha. Tushyati and not tushyati. Tushyati is wrong. Tushyati. Next shloka, please. One more thing, that tushyati, the last ti should be short. Do not make it long. So khamatyantikam yat tad. Yat, first ta is half. Yat tad. The da is also half. And this charan is ending with a half letter, half consonant, this thing. So you have to ensure that it should be half, not yat tada. Don't make it the complete. So khamatyantikam yat tad buddhigrahyamatindriyam. Buddhi, bu has a stress of the. Buddhigrahayam, how we'll say this? This is very critical. Buddhigrahya, here the is half, the is complete, and the will have a stress of mild ga. Buddhigrahyamatindriyam. Veti yatra chaivayam. Veti, ti is half. Yatra chaivayam. Sthitaschalati tatvataha. Sthitashta has a mild stress of sh. Sthitaschalati tatvataha. Next shloka, please. Yam labdhva. La is followed by half ba, then half dha and full va. Labdhva. Then chaparam labham. Yam labdhva chaparam labham. Manyate nadhikan tataha. Manyate, ma has a aghat of na. Manyate nadhikan tataha. Yasmin sthito. Now here see yasmin sthi. There is no long sound in the first 3-4 letters, right? Here followed by half sa, then full ma, half na, half sa, full tha. All of them are short sounds. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena. Only one long sound in this charan, to. Rest everything is short, and the K is also long. So just these two, you have to ensure that you make them long. Rest everything is short. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna pi vichalyate. Next slope, please. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga. Vidyad, half the followed by dukkha. You see how here also how we'll say this, I'll repeat it. Tam vidyad, we will have a stress of the. Vidya dukkha sanyoga. The anuswar dot will be pronounced like nasal consonant here. Nasal here. Viyogam yoga sanjitam. Sanishchayena yoktavyo yogo nirvinna chetasa. Nirvinna, double n sound there. Nirvinna chetasa. Next slope. Sankalpa prabhavan kamams. Very important charan. This is very important. Here sir will have a aghat or stress of unga. Then it is followed by full ka, which will have a stress of la. Sankalpa prabhavan. This, the agha, the stress on pa gets missed sometimes. You have to be careful with that. Sankalpa prabhavan kamans. The dot on ma will be pronounced like a nasal verse consonant. Okay, nasal verse sound will come. Mounts, like that. Tyaktva, here is followed by half ka, followed by half ta, and full va. Tyaktva sarvana shirshataha. Shirshataha. See, both the shas are coming together. Shalkam sha and shatkon sha. There should be a distinct difference in the pronunciation. Manasaivendriyagramam. Manasaivendriya, here sai should not be pronounced like a. It should be I. Saivendriyagramam. Viniyamya samantataha. Next slope, please. Shanai Shanai Ruparamed. Here one very common mistake that happens is Ruparameda. This the should not be complete. It has to be half. Shanai Shanai, and Ru has to be short. Shanai Shanai Ruparamed. Buddhya. Here it is not Buddhaya. Very common mistake here. There is half, then her is also half, and they both are joined with full year. Buddhya dhriti gruhitaya. Atma samstham manakritva. Samstham. Again, the anuswar will be pronounced like a nasal verb. Atma samstham manakritva. Na kinchidapi chintayet. Na kinchit ki, half ki, ki will have a stress of half niya. Kinchidapi chintayet. Chi will have a aghat of na. Chintayet. The last is very subtle. It's half. Next slope, please. Yato yato nescharati. Very easy slope. Yato yato nescharati. These should be short. Manaschanchala masthiram. Manaschanchala masthiram. Tatastato niyam yaitat. Yaitat. Niyam yaitat. Here will have aghat of ma. Tatastato niyam yaitat. Atmanyeva vashannayet. Again, see, very important in this shloka. All 4 charans you notice. The first charan is ending with a short sound, and the rest of the 3 charans are ending with half sounds. So you have to ensure that you don't sing it so much that the last sounds become long. That care you should take. Next shloka, please. Prashantamanasam yenam. Again, this sound of ha, half ha and full ya is slightly tricky. It should not come like yenam. That ha sound should be audible. Yenam yoginam sukhamuttamam. Muttamam. Double the sounds there. Upaiti shanta rajasam. One common mistake that happens here is this T becomes long. Upaiti shanta. That should not happen. Upaiti shanta rajasam. Brahma bhuta makalmasham. Brahma bhuta. Ma has to be complete. Makalmasham. Next clue, please. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Yogi vigata kalmashaha. Sukhena Brahma. This aghat gets missed very often, so you have to be very careful here. Now we'll have a stress of ba. And Brahma, ba is half, ra is full, ha is half, ma is full. We all know that. Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham. Again, sir, Anuswar will you pronounce like a nasal verb. Samsparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute. Next sloka, please. Sarvabhutasthamatmanam. Sarvabhutani chatmani. You have to be careful with the Hasva Dirgha, short and long sounds here. This is very easy. Ikshate yoga yuktatma. Sarvatra samadarshanaha. Next sloka, please. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. Pa will have a aghat of sha, and here it should not become pashyati. Pashyati, double sha sound comes here. That you have to be careful with. Plus, T should not become long in the, while singing, people end up saying it longer. And this happens very commonly in this shloka. There are 2 times pashyati, and in the end, pranashyati. All 3 T's you have to be careful here. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. Sarvai cha mai pashyati. Again, see, mai, not mai. E nahi aana chahiye. It should be ya with E sound. Mai pashyati. This is also ending with a short sound, so do not elongate it. Tasyahanna pranashyami. Now we'll have a stress of pa. Pranashyami. Cut it short there for the short sound. Sachamena pranashyati. Sachamena pranashyati. The 4th charan only may is long. Rest everything is short. You have to be careful with that. Next sloka, please. Sarvabhutashthitam yomam bhajatye katvamasthitaha. Bhajatye. J has a stress of ta. Bhajatye katvamasthitaha. Sarvatha vartamanopi. Sayogi mai vartate. Very easy shloka, but you have to be very careful with the long sounds and the avagra. Vartamanopi. Rest it's very easy. Next shloka, please. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. Atmau. Now here again, all sound should not come. It should be au. Atmau pamyena. Pa has a stress of pa. Pamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Now is half. Now is rasva or short sound. Not you do not have to drag it. Arjuna, don't drag it like that. Samam pashyati Arjuna. Sukham va yadi va dukkham. Not a single aghat in this charan. Very easy. Sayogi paramo mataha. Next sloka, please. Arjuna uvacha. Here also na and cha are short sounds. Yo yam yogastvaya proktas. Here, yo yam is very easy. Yo is a long sound followed by avagra, so you have to drag it quite a bit. Yo yam yogas. Sa half, ta half were complete. Yogastvaya. Ya will have a subtle aghat of pa. Ya prokta. Ya proktas. Samyena madhusudana. One common mistake that happens here is samyena sounds like samena. Double ma sound comes there, or ye sounds like a. That you have to be careful with. Samyena madhusudana. Both the nas should be complete. Not samyen madhusudan. Madhusudan you will not say. Madhusudana. एतस्याहन्न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम् चञ्चलत्वात् la has a subtle aghat of the, then complete the va sound and then half the followed by half sa and full thi. चञ्चलत्वात् स्थितिं स्थिराम्. Next shlok. Chanchalam. Now see, in these two shlokas, this word chanchala came. Here, yet ya sound comes, but you don't have to twist it too much. Huh? Chanchala, some people end up saying that's not required. Chanchalam himana Krishna. Here, Krishna, if you are saying both the charan together, that aghat, the stress on na will come, subtle aghat of pa will come. Pramathi balavadridham. I'll repeat first both the charan together with a stress on na. Chanchalam himana Krishna pramathi balavadridham. Now here see balavad. Va is followed by three, how it is, balava is followed by half the, and then again half the, sorry, not half the, and it has a rishi's rumatra. Balavadridham pramathi balavadridham. Ma is half there. Tasyahan nigraham manye. Tasyahan nigrahan. Ni has a stress of ga. Nigraham manye. Vayore vasudushkaram. Next sloka, please. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Asamshayam mahabaho. Very easy charan. The anuswar on sa should be pronounced like a nasal ver consonant. That we should remember. Rest is easy. Asamshayam mahabaho manodur nigrahanchalam. Again, ma should not be dragged too much. Abhyasena, a has a stress of bha, which will sound like ba. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihiyate. Now see, gru. It will not have a aghat because it's followed by half ha, but the sound should come nicely. Grihiyate. Next stroke, please. Asanyatatmana yogo. Asanyatat. That anuswar should be pronounced like a nasal ya. Then ta has to be a long sound, followed by a subtle aghat of ta. Asanyatatmana yogo. Dushprapa iti me matihi. Dushprapa iti me matihi. Only pra and me are the long sounds. We have to say those two long. Rest everything should be short, especially matihi. It shouldn't be a long sound. Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha. Shakyo, long sound followed by avagra. Shakyo vaptumupayataha. Next shlok, please. Arjuna uvacha ayate shraddhayopeto. Ayateshti has a short sound of sha. The visarga will sound like sha because it's followed by shra. Shra consists of sha and ra. So the agha, the stress on shra will actually come on ra. It's like rad, rad. Shraddhayo. Ayate shraddhayo peto. To is a long sound, so you have to drag it a little. Yoga chalita manasaha. Aprapya yoga samsiddhing. Kangating Krishna gacchati. Here, all the three anuswars in this two charan will be pronounced like nga, ka, ka, ga, ganga. Kangating Krishna gacchati. Next slow, please. Kachinno bhaya vibhrashtash. It sounds a little tricky, but yeah, it's very easy to say. Kachin no bhaya. Kachinno bhaya vibhrashtash. Chinnabhramiva nashyati. Chinnana is a long sound. Complete the long sound, then give subtle aghat of bha, which will sound like ba. Chinnabhramiva nashyati. Na has a stress of sha. Nashyati. T should be short. Apratishto mahabaho. Apratishto mahabaho. Vimudho brahmana pathi. Vimudho, dho is a long sound which you have a subtle aghat of ba. Vimudho brahmana pathi. Next slow, please. Etanme sanshayam krishna. Ta will have a stress of na. Me is a long sound. Then sanshayam. Sa as anuswar, which will be sounding like a nasal vowel consonant. Sanshayam krishna. Kru has a subtle aghat of sha. Shatkoncha. Etanme sanshayam krishna. Chetumarhasya sheshataha. Chetu. Now here what happens? Chetumarhasya, that ma doesn't come complete. That is a very common mistake that happens here. Ma has to be complete. Chetumarhasya sheshataha. Chetumarhasya sheshataha. Tvadanyah sanshayasya. It's like a tongue twister, but it's easy to say. Sanshayasya chetana yupapadyate. Again, half her and you. Chetana yupapadyate. Next show, please. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Parthanaiveha very easy. Vinashastasya vidyate. Very easy aghat. Sha has aghat of sa. Ta also has a stress of sa. Then vidyate. It will have a aghat of half the. V is followed by half the and full ya. Vidyate. Nahi kalyana krit kaschid. Kalyana. That's easy. Krit. Ka has a Rishi's ru matra, followed by half the. Full ka is followed by half sha and full cha, followed by half the. Kaschid. Nahi kalyana krit kaschid. Durgatin tata gacchati. Next slow, please. Prapya punya kritam lokan. Prapya. Your sound should come complete. Prapya punya kritam lokan. Ka is long, followed by half na sound. Urshitva. She is a shatkoncha. So urshitva shashvati samaha. Shuchinam Shrimatangehe. Now here see so many long sounds. Chi is long, na is long, shri is long, again ta, ge and he are long. So ensure that you're elongating it properly. Shuchina, that's wrong. Many people end up doing this mistake in this particular charan. Shuchinam Shrimatangehe yoga Prashto bhijayate. Yoga prashto bhijayate. Next. Athava yoginameva was a short sound, so it should not be elongated. Athava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam. Etadhi. The has a stress of the. He is complete. Etadhi durlabhataram. See, all short sounds. So they have to be said quickly. Durlabhataram. Etadhi durlabhataram. In this entire charan, only A is a long sound. Rest everything is short. So that entire, this first letter you have to say long, rest everything should be short. Etadhi durlabhataram. Loke janmayadi drasham. Loke janmayadi drasham. Next sloka, please. Tatratam buddhi sanyogam. Very easy. Labhate paurvadehikam. Again, pau, not paw. Paurvadehikam. Ma should be half. Yatate chatato bhuyas. Sound siddhau. Sa anuswar or dot on sa will be pronounced like a nasal sound. Sound siddhau. Si will be pronounced, will have a stress of the. Siddhau kurunandana. See, all short sounds in kurunandana. Ru should not be elongated. Another common mistake. Sound siddhau kurunandana. Next sloka, please. Purvabhyasena tenaiva. Purvabhyasena tenaiva. Rhyate. Very interesting, this one. Rhyate, half ha and full ra with the e sound. Rhyate. Rhyate yavasho pisaha. Rhyate, ha half, ya full. Yavasho pisaha. Jignasu. Those who pronounce nya as nya, like the sound, it will be jidnyasu or jidnyasu, jidyasu. All versions are okay in the exam. You already know about it. Jignyasurapiyo gasya shabda brahmati vartate. Next sloka, please. Prayatnadyatmanastu. Praya, ya is followed by half ta and prayatnad. Prayatnad. Na is complete there. So, and ta is half. Prayatnadyatmanastu. Na will have a stress of mild the. Prayatnadyatmanastu. Yogi Sanshuddha Kilbishaha. Sanshuddha, again anuswar we pronounce like a nasal va. Sanshuddha Kilbishaha. Aneka Janma Samsiddhas. Very easy, this charan also. Anuswar should be pronounced like a nasal va. Siddha, C will have a stress of the. Siddhas. Tato yati parangatim. Very easy. Next sloka, please. Tapasvibhyodhiko yogi. Tapasvi. Pa has a mild stress of sa. Vibhyo. We will have a mild stress of bha. Tapasvibhyodhiko yogi. Gi is a long sound. Complete the long sound. Jnanebhyo pimatodhikaha. Jnanebhyo pimatodhikaha. Karmibhyascha mi. So there is a half ra before mi. Karmib. Mi has a stress of karmibha. It will sound like ba. Karmibhyascha. Ya has a stress or aghat of sha. Karmibhyascha yogi. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Tasmad yogi. Ma is a long sound and it will have a subtle stress of the. Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Now has to be complete. Next. Yoginam api sarvesham. Shashatkoncha. Very easy otherwise. Madgate nantaratmana. Ma has a stress of the. Madgate nantaratmana. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Shraddha. Shra has a stress of the. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Same yukta. You has a stress of ka. Yukta Yuktatamo mataha. Same Yuktatamo mataha. Next. It's done now. So Pushpika, very important. Now, whenever the Pushpika comes, what I see in class is like a Rajdhani Express. Everybody will start pata pata. What happens? Very subtle things get missed. The subtle aghats. We'll carefully look at those ones. Om Tat Saditesh. The first ta has a stress of ta. That's very obvious. Then Tat Saditesh. It's a short sound. So the aghat is also very prominent. The aghat is of sha. Tat Saditesh. Shrimad, ma has aghat of the, that nobody misses. Va has aghat of the, that also nobody misses. Shrimad Bhagavad Gītāsu Upanishadsu. This su has aghat of ba, that gets missed. Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. This is a long sound and it has a stress. This is the most commonly missed aghat in Pushpika. Tresh. Complete the re long sound and follow it with the subtle sh because it's followed by Shri Krishna. So Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade and not Sanvade, or not Samvad also. It's not Samvad, it's Samvad. Anuswar will be pronounced like a nasal verb. Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Atma is a long sound. Complete the long sound and then give a aghat of the Atma Sanyama Yogo Nama Shashtho Dhyayaha. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So that is the end of the 6th chapter. Okay, so Suman Didi is asking to repeat the 21st shloka. Can you please put the 21st shloka? Now, what is the exact doubt that you have? Can we unmute Suman Didi once? And maybe you can, if you have anything specific to ask, otherwise I can explain the shloka again. Sukhamatyantikam yat tad. Yes, Suman Didi, you are unmuted. Do you have any specific doubt?
First and second churn.
Okay, first and second charan. Okay, will you say it? Let me see how you're saying, and I'll tell you where it's going. First I'll say, then you say after me. Okay.
Atyantikam yattad buddhi grahamatindriyam.
Okay, what is happening? That rasva dirgha, the long sound, buddhi grahayam. Okay, I'll say it once, you follow after me. Sukhamatyantikam yattad. Keep the last the half. Can you repeat?
Sukhamatyantikam yattad.
Very good. Buddhi grahayamatindriyam. Please say.
Buddhir grahamatindriyam.
Now, one small thing you have to try. In buddhi, you try to give that aghat of ga, stress of ga, buddhig, dhig, like that. If you give dhig, that he will never become long for you. Try once.
Buddhig grahamatindriyam.
Perfect. This was very good. You want to say both the charans together? You can try once.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Very nice. Anybody has any other doubts or wants to try reciting any shloka with closed eyes? You can do that. If there are any further doubts, you can either post them on the chat window or you can also raise your hands. If there are no further doubts, one small thing, I wish you all a very good luck for your exams. You can still think about the doubts if there are any. In the chat window. Very nicely, I hope you all are preparing for the exams. For the Pathik, you all know you have to prepare for any 12 chapter, any of these chapters. You can choose any. And you all also know about the marking system, right? If anybody has any doubts about the marking system also, you can just let me know. Every shloka, does anybody have any doubts on that? You will be asked to first say the name of the chapter. The name of the chapter consists of 1 mark. Then first shloka you will be reciting. After saying the name of the chapter, you have to tell the first. It's very similar to the previous exams that you all have given. So I'm just telling for the sake of completeness. The first shloka will have 2 marks. Then there will be further shlokas will be asked. Two shlokas from start of the chapter, middle of the chapter, and ending of the chapter, and complete eight marks. That's how it is. So total 24 marks for the entire chapter, all the 3 shlokas. So 24 and 2 marks for the first, 26, and that way you will have the complete chapter. Each chapter has 32 marks. I hope everybody knows about that. It's very easy to clear all the exams, and apart from the 32 marks for each chapter, there are some 16 marks kept for the lie, that is the way you say the shlokas, and the pronunciation. So you will have different 16 marks are kept aside for these lie and pronunciation. So you should be aware of that also, and you have to take care of these things also. Okay, if anybody has any doubts, you can still raise your hand. Otherwise, we'll stay the Antim Prarthana. Does anybody have any doubts about the exam, about the marking systems? If anybody wants to try saying shloka with closed eyes, you are welcome to say that also. If not, we'll end the session with a closing prarthana. I'll start with the prarthana. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Rajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody, and a very good luck for your exams. Wish you all a very good luck for your exams. All the best.